The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Greetings, my fellow warriors, boy Meckanimal, and today we're going to talk bicep. And I know a lot of you guys are pretty excited to click on this video because most people like to just work their bicep. Some people, who was up to them, they will just do bicep till the end of the days. So this is the opportunity for me to make a video about body weight exercise that you can use to stimulate those biceps in this dire time, in this precarious time we are living nowadays, where you don't have access to a gym. So the only tool you're gonna be needing is gonna be the ring, the gymnastic rings. Now they are pretty cheap. Back when I bought my first ring, it was in 2012, 8 years ago, and they were pretty much close to $100, like between $80 and $100. Nowadays you can find them for less than $30. So that's beside the point, just to show you how affordable they are right now. So you don't need much, and they are pretty versatile tools that you can use for a lot of exercise. I'll make a series of videos on the rings, following this one, that you can use, to condition yourself if you don't have access to a gym. And you can use those rings at home. All you need is a high elevation. Right now I'm outdoor, and all I needed was a tree. I hooked my ring to the tree, and there you go. You have it, the whole setup for you to make some gains. So today the exercise we're talking about is going to be the bodyweight bicep curl, and beside the pelican curl and the negative one arm chin up, this is the most basic exercise that you can use to stimulate your bicep using body weight training. And for that matter, we can use as well a bar, a fixed bar. The only problem with the bar is you're gonna tend to, because it's a closed chain, you're gonna tend to use your heels to push, and it's hard to really isolate the bicep and properly moving your whole body without using a little bit of your leg drive, if you understand what I'm saying. The only way to kind of have similar stimulation using the bar will be to keep your heels on something that lets you slide. Then you can move your body without really having some type of counter anchor of friction, friction giving platform, that makes the movement much easier. So that's too much talking anyway. I'd just like to break it down and make you understand what makes certain exercise much more efficient than others. But in this case, we're going to be using the ring, and without further ado, let's get to it. So it's pretty much a bodyweight exercise that's going to isolate your bicep, and obviously using pull-ups, Australian pull-ups, and all the type of variation of pull-ups, technically targeting your bicep as well. But the only thing with those kind of exercises, as compound as they are more geared to target the bicep in the most efficient way. So I will not use these as this exercise other than really accessory, add it to maybe a big cluster of good athletic compound movement, because this definitely is not going to be increasing your athleticism, but it can contribute to the athleticism. So you start, I always like to set the ring around my hip level, and from this position I'd like to take
same plane as much as possible as I'm moving my body. And the whole time, keep your body tight and really tight as like a surfboard that you're moving up. The whole body, if you want to picture, you want to have an idea of how your body should be, will be that. You want to keep your body pretty much in the whole body as much as possible, and then you move your body up and down. So the do's and don't do's. The do's will be hip tight, body straight like a board. Keep your elbow from drifting throughout the movement. At least minimize as much as possible, because it's going to drift to a certain level. But being in sync with your body will help you isolate the bicep as much as possible, and then keep the elbow where they're supposed to be. So that was the easier version. That's the beginner version. And like you can see, the 2-step back for somebody who is not strong enough, all you have to do is only 1 step back. So only 1 step back, you still have enough to provide the stimulation requires to take it to the next level. And from this basic variation, we go to the ideal variation for somebody who really already is up there, like and pretty intermediate practitioner or advanced practitioner. You want to completely slide down in the Australian pull-up position. So you want to have yourself right there, and from this position, do the same thing. While you keep your elbow ideal in the same position, you want to curl your body up. Maintain your elbow in the same position. Curl your body up. Squeeze everything tight and curl your body up. And you can see how hard it is, right? And I'm somebody who do have pretty strong bicep, pretty big bicep, but given that I'm performing the movement as strict as possible, you can see that I have to provide enough focus to be able to accomplish that. I probably will have a hard time getting 10 repetitions like that. I probably could get between 5 and 8 repetition before I start like fighting for it. So this, as simple as it seems and as easy as it looks, can be pretty intense and can be useful for you and provide you the gains that you've always been dreaming of. And all you need is a set of rings, strap, and a support for you to hang it up there. So that's that. We're gonna go over again. We got 2 variations. You got the most basic one for people who are not there yet and who are just getting started. You want to get as little step as possible between 2 steps or 1 steps. What I found pretty decent is 2 step back. 1 step back can pretty much be too easy, so I like to go with 2 step back. And for 2 step, you grab it in the supinated position, step back, and from that position I want you to keep your elbow in the same position at least as much as possible. From here, keep everything tight, and then curl your body weight up by bringing the rings to the top of your forehead. And if it can help you retracting your shoulder blade to optimize the neutrality of your spine, feel free to do so. And to go down finally to the strictest position, which will be the one that actually I will urge most people who are already versatile and who are not new to calisthenics to do, will be to get down here, full body straight ideally, and from that position curl up. From that position, elbow same position, and let curl up. Okay, and you'll see see some people who can bend their knees, okay, to make the lever much easier. But the only problem with that is it just take away the load. It take away the load that you have by shortening the lever. So I'd rather, instead of doing that version, I'd rather have you stand and be able to, from this position, make your way slowly down by still keeping your body straight. So you'll be able to gauge more the intensity of the work, as opposed to going down and instead of doing the strictest position, keeping your knee bent. If you understand what I'm saying, that's just a personal preference. So that's that. This is a great exercise for the bicep. Hopefully it was useful. Feel free to comment below what kind of tutorial and drills you would like me to address in the future. Thank you for the support. Comment, like, and subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. Liking doesn't necessarily mean that you enjoyed or found it useful. It means that you appreciate the work that I put, and it will help you rank the videos much better. Everything is and will always be Meckanimal way. Bicep out.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.